So, you clicked this video because you need answers, and answers are exactly what I'm bringing to the table today. You see, Hoyoverse pulled a fast one on us with this 5.6 Chronicle banner. I mean, we expected a few reruns, but this? A whole buffet of top-tier characters and their signature weapons. That's not a banner, that's emotional manipulation with sparkly animation. But here's the catch. If you miss this current Inazuma buffet, then don't expect a return in at least 6 months. That's 7 Spiral Abyss rotations, and 1 emotional breakdown later. So yeah, you have to make a very wise choice. Today, I'll be analyzing this banner in the simplest way possible, while clearing the perfect path for you to make the best decision ever. This video's got 4 bite-sized sections. Bite 1, we select the best character in DPS category. 2, we select the best support. This could be in 2 characters, where one is a healer and one is a buffer. Thirdly, we will talk about the weapons that are worth it and those that aren't worth it. And lastly, I'll give my final verdict. Pull or no pull. That said, these are some of our last Welkin winners. The next giveaway we are hosting is a 10 Welkin giveaway at 15,000 subs, so if you want in on it, it's super simple. Subscribe, drop a like, and leave a comment down below. And hey, if you ever want to top up and save some cash, then feel free to visit my partner U7Buy. They offer the best discount for gaming top-ups. For example, instead of getting the $100 Genesis crystals for $100, why not just get it for $79? All you have to do is enter your UID and boom, it appears in your account. There's nothing to fear as they have strong buyer protection, and as if that wasn't enough, they've got mouth-watering deals on their site, so if you want to save some cash on your next top-up, then use my link in description or pinned comment to save yourself the extra cash. Now, not everyone's rocking the same team comp. Some of you are running meta-optimized national teams, and others? Well, you're out here soloing bosses with Amber. Either way, our decisions will vary, but don't worry, I'll try to cover as many setups as possible. Let's look at the 5.6 banners where we're expecting Kinich, Raiden Shogun, Navia, and Escoffie. Now, if I had to pick one character to eliminate from this banner, it'd be Raiden. Listen, she's a fan favorite, no doubt, but if we're talking current day value and team versatility, Raiden just doesn't offer as much bang for your buck anymore, especially if you don't have her at high constellations or don't run hypercarry comps. She's still solid, just not must-pull level. For example, Navia can hit double of Raiden's average damage via her skill. That alone makes her a better option. Although, being an inert element, she doesn't seem to be held back too much. Then we have Kinich, who is also a recent DPS, meaning his kit is as powerful as ever. Both Kinich and Navia scale on attack. And you know what that means? Exactly. Buffing them would be very good, and look, here's some advice. If you have Zilonin, then getting Navia is your best bet in this banner. She's incredible and can hit 200,000 to even 700,000 per shot if you build the team around buffing her. If you want the best buffing for her, then go for Zilonin. Ningguang with TTDS and Noblesse artifacts, then lastly slap a Bennett in there. Hitting 500k would be a simple thing for you, trust me. And yes, those buffers work for Kinich too, as they both scale off of attacks, so yes, Navia takes the crown here. Second position goes to Kinich, and lastly, Raiden takes third in the DPS category. That said, we can't forget about the elephant in the room, Escoffie. She is an outstanding character, but only under certain circumstances. You see, she provides amazing buff, but it's cut very short when she is not in a full cryo hydro team. So, in my opinion, if you have Neuvillette, Furina, or even Mona, then she's worth your money. What will make her worth it more is if you plan on getting Skirk. According to leakers, they say she's probably the best thing that'll happen to Skirk so far. She is going to revive Cryo to some extent, but sadly she'll be useless in Mavuika and Arlecchino teams. So if you're looking for an excuse to not get her, then just say your DPS is a Pyro Mummy. Now that the mommies are out of the way, let's finalize this banner by covering the weapons. Generally, the fastest way to supercharge your character's power scaling is by giving them their signature weapon. And in this case, Kinich benefits the most from his. That said, just because Kinich gets the biggest boost percentage-wise doesn't mean he outdamages Navia overall. Let's break it down real quick. Navia without her signature and paired with Zhongli's Geo Shred hits around 160,000. But slap her signature weapon on, and she rockets up to about 210,000 damage. Now, Kinich, with his signature, he's dealing about 113,000. Without it, around 83,000. So if we're talking long-term investment, I'd lean toward Navia's weapon. But honestly, it depends on who you've chosen to build. Pick the weapon that elevates your main carry, or as I like to call it, the one you'd pull for even if Hoyoverse turned off pity. So, my final verdict? First place goes to Raiden's weapon. If you already have her built, this is easily the best long-term investment. Not only does it massively boost her own performance, but it's surprisingly versatile across other characters too. Basically, it's that one item in your closet that somehow goes with every outfit. Next up is Kinich's weapon. It's a huge boost for him specifically, especially since the free options feel like they were designed during someone's coffee break. And finally, Navia's signature weapon lands in third, but don't get it twisted, none of these weapons are bad. With that covered, let's talk about the Chronicle banner. Now, before we dive in, let me quickly explain something for the newer players watching. What makes this banner so awesome is that when you lose a 50-50, you don't lose to a standard character. Nope, you lose to a limited 5-star. So at the end of the day, there's a cap on how badly things can go. That principle also applies to the weapon banner, by the way, which makes it slightly less of a scam in this case. Anyway, let's start this next section with some eliminations, and to make it interesting, let me activate the stage lights real quick. Today, 3 of you will be eliminated from the stage. No pleading, no second chances. Our first elimination is a character we once loved dearly. Yae Miko, please step forward. Now, why is she out, you ask? Well, honestly, she just ain't worth the 70+ wishes anymore. Unless you're rolling for beauty alone, there's no real reason to prioritize her in 2025. Now onto the next elimination. We have Kamisato Ayato. It is with pure pain that I announce this, but yes, sadly his damage output has been power crept over the years. He had a good run, but it's time to let go. And now, for our final elimination. Arataki Ito, step out please. You were a great fighter, a true bro, but with Navia breathing down your neck these days, I honestly see no reason to keep you on this stage. She's doing your job and doing it cleaner. That said, congratulations to the rest of you who've survived this round. You're moving on to the ranking phase. Let's kick things off with support characters. This one's easy. I don't even have to think about it. Kazuha takes the crown. His buffing, his grouping, and the fact that he casually pulls off amazing sub-DPS numbers, he's a must-get if you don't already have him. And when it comes to healing, we all know who wears this crown. Clear the stage for the long-awaited princess, Kokomi. No extra words needed. She's got the best healing in the game, and she's a reliable hydro applicator. Simple as that. That said, now's the perfect time to cover the DPS category. Now, even though Shiori is the latest among these characters, her damage output isn't exactly something to write home about. Once again, Navia sweeps the floor with her, so unless you're pulling for Shiori purely for exploration, and let's be honest, she's not even that good at it, then you might want to skip this one. For that reason, we're placing her firmly in third place. Next up, we have Ayaka. Now, in this case, I've got a ton of experience, so here's the simplified version. Ayaka is like an old flagship computer. Picture this. If you owned the most powerful PC in 2020, the same year Genshin launched, that machine would still be able to run Genshin in 2025, better than some mid-range computers released in 2022 or even 2023. That's Ayaka in a nutshell. She was once the meta, the actual goat of cryo, and let me tell you, Ayaka plus Bennett can deal a cumulative burst damage of 411,000. With the right buffs, you're easily hitting 1 million damage in one rotation. So yes, without hesitation, I'm putting her down as the queen of the Chronicle wishing banner. Of course, Yoimiya is close behind her, but being a bow user, yeah, that really limits her playstyle. And let's be honest, Yoimiya's gameplay nowadays is like trying to play dodgeball with one hand tied behind your back. She can deal great damage, sure, but positioning and interruptions make her feel more like a mini-game than a main DPS. Meanwhile, Ayaka, she can hypothetically walk on water, so not only does she hit like a truck, she's also got some Jesus-level mobility when needed. That's versatility in fashion. At the end of the day, though, it's your choice. Pick who fits your team, your style, and your sanity. Now for the weapons. The undisputed winner here is Mist Splitter Reforged. Unlike most signature weapons that throw a tantrum if you give them to anyone else, this sword is chill. It works with basically any sword user without a fuss, no weird conditions, no "you must be Ayaka to proceed" nonsense. Just raw, elegant power. Next up, we've got the Redhorn Stone Thresher. It gives you crit damage as a secondary stat, and honestly, who doesn't love crit damage? So that brings us to the final question. Should you pull in 5.6? My honest answer is no. But I personally will wait for Skirk to arrive. The meta is shifting fast and power creep is creeping closer. Anyways, that's it for this video. Thanks for hanging out. If you enjoyed it, then consider subscribing and I hope to catch you in the next one. Bye.